All right, so everyone thinks Newcastle's going to cruise to a top 4 finish in the Premier League, right?
Yeah, a lot of people seem to think that.
But I'm not so sure.
Yeah.
This deep dive is going to be a little bit different.
Okay.
We're looking ahead to their match with Fulham.
Right.
And it may not be the easy win everyone thinks it will be.
Definitely not.
I mean, yeah, Newcastle wants to get into the Champions League next year.
For sure.
They're even on points right now with Manchester City.
Reigning champs, too.
Exactly. But Fulham is sitting comfortably in the middle of the table.
Yeah, they're not going to just roll over.
Right. They're proving they belong on the top flight of English football.
Absolutely.
So, okay.
Yeah.
Let's start by talking about Newcastle, the Magpies.
Okay. Sounds good.
They've won 7 of their last 8 Premier League matches.
Wow. Yeah, that's incredible.
It is. Really strong statement.
Yeah.
And at home.
Oh, yeah. They're even better at St. James's Park.
3 of their last 4 wins were by 3 goals or more. And get this, they didn't even concede a single goal in those matches.
Wow, that's some seriously dominant home form.
It is. So what do you think? What's the secret to this run?
Well, first off, you got to look at Alexander Isak.
Oh, yeah, he's been on fire.
He's just unbelievable up front.
Yeah.
His movement, the way he finishes.
It's like he's in a video game or something.
Yeah, defenders are having nightmares trying to stop him.
And the whole team is playing so well together, right?
Exactly. It's not just Isak. The whole squad is clicking.
There's a real confidence about them.
Yeah. And the energy at St. James's Park is electric.
The fans are definitely giving them a boost.
Absolutely. It's like having a 12th man on the pitch.
And don't forget,
What's that?
historically, Newcastle has dominated Fulham at home.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
They're unbeaten in their last 8 Premier League matches against them at St. James's Park.
Yeah, that's a long time.
So that's a big mental hurdle for Fulham to overcome.
No doubt about it.
But I will say,
What's that?
Fulham's away form this season has been pretty good.
You're right. They've been solid on the road.
Just 1 loss in their last 7 away games.
Really impressive.
That's a huge improvement from last season.
It is. You can see the progress they've made.
They're definitely not the same team that was struggling away from home last year.
Right. They're a completely different animal this season.
Remember, they almost beat Newcastle twice last year.
Yeah, almost got that double.
So they won't be intimidated walking into St. James's Park.
Nope. They'll be up for the challenge.
Okay, so we've got a really intriguing matchup on our hands.
Yeah, it's shaping up to be a good one.
But wait a second.
Yeah.
I just found a stat that really throws a wrench in things.
Oh, what's that?
Fulham has conceded the fewest goals in the opening 30 minutes of matches.
Really?
Yeah, they've only allowed 4 goals all season in that period.
Wow, that's unbelievable.
I know, right? They're a defensive wall.
It must be frustrating for teams to play against them.
But on the flip side, Newcastle has conceded 10 goals during that same time frame.
Oh, wow, that's a big difference.
Yeah, so which Newcastle team are we going to see in those first 30 minutes?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
Right. Are we going to see the dominant force, or will they come out shaky?
I guess we'll have to wait and see.
It really makes you think about Fulham's tactics, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
What are they doing that's so effective in those opening 30 minutes?
Well, they typically play a very compact 4-4-2 formation.
Okay, so they're really focused on defense.
Exactly. They prioritize denying space in the central areas.
I see. So they're making it tough for teams to build up attacks through the middle.
Precisely. And their midfielders are incredibly disciplined.
Yeah.
They're constantly tracking back, making it super difficult for opponents to break through.
So how do you think Newcastle will approach this?
That's a good question.
I mean, do you think Fulham will actually be able to stop Newcastle's attack in those first 30 minutes?
Well, it's certainly possible.
That's a bold prediction.
Yeah, I know, but Fulham have shown they can frustrate even the best attacking teams.
It'll be interesting to see how Newcastle adjusts their game plan.
Yeah. Will they try to play more direct? Or will they be patient and try to work the ball around Fulham's defense?
What if Fulham just parks the bus, like they did against Liverpool earlier in the season?
That's always a possibility.
The first half could end up being a real tactical battle.
Yeah, could be a bit of a chess match early on.
Lots of probing, trying to find weaknesses.
Exactly, feeling each other out.
But even if Fulham manages to hold Newcastle off initially,
yeah.
Newcastle has some serious game changers.
Oh, absolutely.
Guys that can turn the match on its head in an instant.
For sure.
Like Anthony Gordon, for example.
Yeah, he loves scoring late goals at home.
Fulham's defense is going to have to work hard to keep him quiet.
Especially as the game goes on, Newcastle will be looking for him to make something happen.
And we can't forget about Adama Traoré either.
Oh, right. He's been making an impact lately.
2 goal contributions in his last 4 appearances.
He's such a powerful runner.
And here's a really interesting stat.
Okay, I'm listening.
Both of his league goals this season have been the second goal for Newcastle.
That's interesting.
It kind of suggests he might be the key to unlocking a stubborn defense like Fulham's.
Yeah, if they can weather the early storm, Traoré could be the one to break them down.
So we've got Newcastle, a dominant force at home, desperate to qualify for the Champions League. And they're going up against a Fulham side that's exceeding expectations.
And capable of frustrating them, yeah.
There's a real clash of styles.
Absolutely. Attack versus defense, who will come out on top?
Will Newcastle's attacking firepower be too much for Fulham to handle?
Or can Fulham exploit Newcastle's early vulnerabilities?
And maybe even snag a historic double victory over them.
It's going to be fascinating to see how it all plays out.
If you're watching this match,
Yeah.
Imagine yourself at St. James's Park.
Okay, I can do that.
The atmosphere is electric. Newcastle's on the front foot, pressing high.
The crowd's roaring.
But then Fulham does what they do best. They soak up the pressure.
Stay compact, disciplined.
And wait for their chance to strike.
A classic counterattacking strategy.
The key for Fulham might be breaking Newcastle's press and launching those quick counterattacks.
Yeah, if they can catch Newcastle out of position, they could be in trouble.
Keep an eye on that dynamic. It could determine the outcome of the entire match.
It's going to be a real tactical battle, that's for sure.
This match is going to be a must-watch.
Can't wait to see who comes out on top.
Me neither.
Should be a good one.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.
It's been a pleasure.
We'll be back next time with another intriguing Premier League matchup.
Until then.
See